Good evening, GM Lurchingen here with another episode of Star Wars Showdown on Iceball Station. With me as usual are our players and their characters. We've got the Bendu as Narset Jin.
Hello there.
Dan as Captain Worram of Ithel.
Hey guys.
David as Master Xavix Silverstar.
Hey.
And our host Kyle as
Hello there.
Players, if you're ready to see if the Force is with us, let's roll Destiny and begin. I'm still rolling for you, Bendu.
Yes, please.
I think
Bendu.
Narset Jin's character arc will be figuring out how to roll the destiny on the phone.
3, 4, dark side. Zeef, can you pull us? Can you do anything for us, Zeef?
On my way.
So far, we got 4 dark sides.
Oh god.
And 5 dark sides. It is. It looks like the building is on
I'm sure
fire.
this fight is going to go great.
Awesome. It's one of those. You know what? We're ready. We're ready. Just do it to us in the face.
You know what? Yeah. Great.
Then
So
we all get captured.
we are mid-fight.
I don't
Dylon
usually
is on his way out of
aggressively
here.
use them too hard. Yes. When we were last with our heroes, Zeef had captured his old friend from Nar Shaddaa and former gangmate Dylon, still
Sure
working
did.
for the Karkaro brothers after a long stint in the Hole on Nar Shaddaa. Dylon and the rest of the gang are still holding a grudge against Zeef for whatever bad deals went down that landed them in the Hole and Zeef in exile on Iceball for the last 5 years. Zeef and Worram had captured Dylon, but Gil, another member of the old gang, showed up with a posse of Korans, and they've extracted Dylon from Zeef's detective agency. We return now to the action. At the top of the round, you guys have 2 slots, then Dylon and Gil and a bunch of the Korans go, and then you guys get your 3rd slot. If you want Stomper to do something, you can use one of your maneuvers to tell him what to do, and then he gets an action and maneuver to go and do the thing. And if it takes him more than 1 round, he'll get an action and a maneuver
Okay.
around until he does it, kind of thing. Other than that, the ball's in your court, actually, because we're on you. But to set things up more precisely than the little wrap-up I just had, Zeef is still in the garage with Stomper. The place is full of smoke from the second hole Gil put in the room. You had Dylon tied up here in the garage, and Gil originally entered through the garage door with demolition charges. Korans entered to extract Dylon. You fought back and blocked their escape by collapsing part of the back wall above the garage door down, so they couldn't go out.
Right.
Because of the way the die rolls went, with no threats, there wasn't any structural damage to the building. Gil made another surgical entry through the wall of the garage, and they extracted Dylon that way. There are Korran in the front room that Xavix has already encountered, and Worram charged out that way as well, heading towards the front of the building. There's a Korran upstairs, a Korran in the front entry, 2 in the garage with you, 2 more outside, and Gil and Dylon are just outside the hole that Gil put in the wall. They'd have a lot of cover from the smoke and the speeder being in the way, but you could still get a shot at them. But you, Zeef, are pretty banged up. In fact, all of the members of the party are pretty banged up.
Yeah.
Xavix is about halfway towards both of his thresholds, and each of you and Worram are pretty close towards one or the other of them. Or maybe you're close to both of them and Worram's pretty high up on one. I can't remember exactly without flipping over and looking, but I know that none of you guys are fresh right now.
Worram has no wounds.
I'm pretty high
A
on
ton
strain.
of strain, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been a long day for everybody. The speeders are all outside, and you guys get to act first.
Okay. I'm going to make my way into... Well, there's 2 more bad guys in that hallway. One upstairs and one downstairs. But I feel like Zeef is going to die if I
Well,
don't
if you can
go
take
there.
I am like 2 wounds away from passing out, but don't count out your favorite Gungan yet.
Okay. I think I need to deal with the immediate because Worram is not going to be the most effective, and we do need a means of escape if they're trying to block us in. I'm not sure, of course. So if I'm that close to him, I could probably use the Force to at least push him outside. Out that front door.
Or
Okay.
maybe
Sweet.
we could seal him in that room right there or
We'll
something.
push him to the right in that.
Yeah, so he's halfway through that door right now. He's not fully in front of you guys.
If he's not out there yet, I'm just gonna push him back into the room.
Okay,
Literally
so-
just push him zoop in the room, throw him a little bit, and then make my way and walk, like almost like 2 actions, like push him out of the way
let's
and
see.
then walk in.
Nice.
Yeah, so your maneuver, you'll move
The
after
maneuver,
you push him.
okay.
You're gonna roll a force power check plus dedication, and he's a minion, so he can't even really resist. He doesn't know it's coming. Yeah, it's discipline. I'm sorry. Plus your force dice against. We'll call it 2 purple, just for doing it there at short range. Right. So 2 success and 5 force pips, which are more than sufficient.
Nice.
So you can move him, and if you want to slam the door down, you can too, even if you want to, because you have a lot of extra force points there. You know.
Yeah, if I can, let's do that. Let's have the door close, and it doesn't need to lock or anything, but just so Worm can get outside without there being something in his way.
All right. Well, that would
Nice.
be 2. You know, like 2 advantage worth. So
There you
that'll work. Okay, so you pass Worm out in the hallway, reach back with your hand, and shove the Quarren back into the workshop and slam the door, and then move forward into the garage. And you slide in. The garage is thick with smoke from the detonation charges that cut Gil's entryway and made Dylon's exits as you... Oh, that, like, very much... that's not what I was trying to...
Overwhelming presence as I walk in with my lightsaber, flashed out in the smoke. All they see is this glowing light stick.
And later
like,
on,
Vader
there
and
are-
Rogue One.
And
Yeah.
later on, there are talents you'll be
Nice,
able to
and like
pick up
defensive
where they'll
menace.
actually have to make checks against you showing up when you do that. You know
Oh,
what I
wow.
mean? Right now, it's like if you get like a
Or-
triumph or something, you know, then I might make a minion like make a fear check. But yeah, you can get talents where you have that kind of presence,
That's
and
badass.
characters like Vader do. Like he shows up, and you have to make a fear check. The Crate Dragon shows up, and you have to make a fear check. Then you have your encounter. Yeah,
I
whoever
was
wants
gonna
to
go
go.
next, I think.
Worm.
If that's great. I don't. Well, I don't. I mean,
Go
Zeef,
for it. No, go
unless
for
you
it.
have something that you want to do.
I mean, I'm just gonna keep fighting the
Yeah,
guys that
try
are
and
still
get
down
to
there.
the
So,
spirit.
yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Zeef will never
Okay.
retreat. He's Tim Allen. And
I'm
Well,
Tim
because-
Allen. I'm Tim Allen
because
without
that
being a little
last
snitch.
PC
That's the
slot is
difference.
so low.
Tim
Yeah, I
Allen
just mean
and
cut-
Sam Rockwell.
Because that last PC slot is so low. Like I don't know if there's
It's
you know,
kind
if
of
you wanna
vital.
get into cover or something, or try and take these guys out before they have a chance to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Gotcha.
Okay, in that case,
I mean, whatever you
will.
want to do.
No, that's fine. In that case, I will.
Yeah, those are
I'll
2
take the
fresh
spot.
Quarren. Okay.
Right. Zeef looking around, kind of coughing a little bit on the smoke, like squares up against the Quarren in the back there by the speeder and says, "Look at what you done to Misa house!" And I'm gonna open fire on him. It's not gonna be an aimed shot though.
Okay.
'Cause I cannot afford the strain.
Right, you can use your you need to use your free maneuver to get out of here after you shoot. All right. It is a short range shot, so it's only going to be 1 purple. There are 2 setbacks from all of the smoke in there, so it's going to be purple SS 2 setbacks versus your ranged heavy plus whatever extra juice that your talents or
Oh, and
weapons
don't forget you
attachments
get
are giving you.
an extra green because I gave you that stim pack spec
Right.
last
Oh
time.
yeah, so your agility is 1 higher than it
Nice.
was.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 4 for this encounter.
4 success. So the damage on your roll D so 9. So you do 13 damage
Nice.
to the Quarren, which is 5. So you don't have any pierce or anything like that. No.
Taking that,
Okay.
you moof milker.
So 13. They soak 5 of it, so it's 8 wounds, which cuts down 1 Quarren. And as you track across, another blast goes into the smoke
He
by
Scarfaces
the-
it. Just.
by the door, and you hear a grunt as the other Quarren takes, some rollover damage from the blast.
That's what Misa talking about. And then yes, I use my free maneuver after that to get the hell out of Dodge. make my way towards the newly created surgical entrance, as you called it, on the side of my.
Oh, you're going
garage.
towards them. You're not going back past Xavix. So Xavix just came through the door to the hallway.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm right behind you.
Like I said, I wasn't looking at the layout of the room when I said that.
Okay,
so
yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
then I take my free maneuver after shooting at them, and I step back towards Xavix.
Okay, excellent. You pass Xavix and head out into the hallway. You see Warren standing in front of you. There is a quarren down past your open front door, and you hear footsteps upstairs at the top of the stairs. And that's the end of your turn. So.
Oh my God, we forgot about Stomper.
No, I haven't.
Okay. He's just left him waddling in a burning building.
Outside, Dylon and Gil both do their thing. All right, and Xavix, as Zeef pushes past you out into the hallway, the last quarren standing in the smoke, a blurry shape there, framed by the light pouring in through the hole that Gil put in the wall, raises his blaster spear and fires towards the figure holding just under a meter of burning plasma there in the gloom. He misses with an advantage,
Nice.
which he's not necessarily going to use. He does use his maneuver to slip out through the hole, though. So there are no targets in the room now. That was Corin Green. Corin Violet is the guy upstairs. And Warren, before we turn over to you for the last PC slot, you do see the feet of yet another invading Squid Man appear at the top of the stairs over there to the left in your eye, since you've got like full vision there, like just behind and above you. And now we're going to turn it over to you.
So I'm going to take one maneuver, hopefully, to get to the door and kind
Absolutely.
of look out that.
You can get into the door, yes. You see the long, sleek black and gold speeder from the Expat Club directly in front of the house. And off to the right, you see a very large speeder truck that is like basically parked right nosing into the alley between the buildings, as you can see.
Right.
Okay. All right. So I will double maneuver then to get to the speeder truck.
Okay, you're at the
And,
back of this.
And then I will
Nice.
do. Let me just see what I got equipment-wise.
It's one of the
Okay.
various Dre speeder trucks. I don't know which one off the top of my head, but it's the one that's big enough for all these guys.
See if I got anything particularly
It's built Dre tough.
for this. Yeah, but I don't think I do. But I do have. All right, so I would like to use my comlink and goo gun to basically like try and like make a makeshift tracker for this.
Nice.
Like
You're going to
like,
incidentally.
set it
Do you have a weapon?
But-
You already had your goo gun out, right? So you don't have to draw
Well,
that.
my goo gun. I can actually draw my goo gun because I have a tool belt, so I can draw.
But
a
you
tool
already
as
had it
instead.
out, didn't you? Because you
I-
shot the guys inside with it.
I honestly don't remember. It's been too long. But
I don't
regardless,
know.
I can take it. I can draw it as an incidental, so it's
Okay.
not really-
Excellent.
And my I have the military belt pouch, so I can draw my comlink as an incidental. So
And you're going to try to. I love it. It's going to be a mechanics check because
Okay.
you're outside in the dark, and it's a hovering, floating vehicle, and there are like hostile quarrens right around the corner scrambling towards it. It's going to be hard with a setback from the darkness. I don't know if you can avoid that, and another one for the cold. 3 perps and 2 setbacks.
success with despair. So
All right,
whatever it
so-
is, see it.
Yes, so go ahead and make your mechanics check. All
Okay.
right. Or no, despair. It happens before you get to make your mechanics check. Successfully, you see in your 360-degree vision the glint of the scope off there down the block and across the street atop a building before a blaster shot lances out towards you. I won't say whether it hits or not yet until I roll for it. But you succeeded at the vigilance check, so you know the guy's out there and you've seen it, whether it hits or not. You know, you could have not
So
seen
that'll
it,
be
and then I
maybe
roll
a-
to see if you get hit or not, you know, and it hits you or not from nowhere kind of thing.
I don't know.
But I have
This
a
came
ton of
from an
dark
adjacent
sides,
building,
and I'm
it
going to
didn't
flip
come from
2
the
of my
speeder?
dark side points to have it happen. It did not. It happened from way down across the street and above
Okay.
a building because he succeeded at the vigilance check. I'm going to flip the 2 dark side points, and I'm going to check my notes real quick to see the stats of the guy who just shot you. Or at you, and then I'm going to roll for that.
Can I get a setback or something for him?
There's going to be
for,
setbacks aplenty because of the whole
I mean, like,
environmental.
for having having seen the glint of it to the scope.
Yes,
or
you
whatever.
can duck. You can duck at the last second,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But despairingly,
Kinda
he
like-
shoots before and not after
Before I get-
you make your
I try my
maneuver.
thing. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Try my
So, yeah. With a success, the blaster bolt slaps into the back shoulder of your ragged Starship Captain's jacket that you wear over your overalls as a meager
Oh,
protection against the cold. The damage. Oh, yeah?
I was gonna say
Did
I
you
do
have
actually
more?
have defense. Also.
Oh, I'm
Not that it's
sorry.
gonna-
Let me roll
it won't-
another
it won't-
one.
It won't actually. Yeah. Well, you can just.
No,
roll.
but it. Right, it still might downgrade how many wounds you're about to take, so it definitely still. It was a blank.
Yeah.
All right, the damage is 12 with 2 pierce. So you're going to take 11 of those
That's almost
wounds.
maxing.
Yeah, as a high-powered blaster rifle shot sears through the night from down the street and across the way in the darkness atop a building. It burns deeply into your shoulder of your organic arm, and you drop your goo gun, retaining hold of your comlink. You're able to pick it up though, because there's not lingering stuff to actually make you lose your item. It's just from the shock of it. No, I'm not losing your thing too. I'm just, it's narrative fluff. That's why I already had that ready to tack on. I know role players, and I know when to specify that this is just part of the theater of the mind, and it's not something you're going to have to spend a maneuver on. Don't worry about that part of it. I know you're planning to get a magnetic tether for your gear so that it'll snap back to your belt eventually, but not yet. I know how everybody works. I know how players are. So you take a shot from Sully's cell calf. You still do get an action though, so you can try to do it through the pain, or you can, try to find some cover. But there are Quarren right on the other side of the
Well, I've
speeder
already
as
taken
well.
2 maneuvers, so I actually can't
yeah.
take.
So you're
I
pinned
can't
out
take
there.
another maneuver. So, but yeah, I will use my remaining strength to try and attach this comlink to the speeder.
But you're still going to make your mechanics check.
Yeah.
You have 3 purple for the difficulty. There is a setback from the cold and the dark that you might be able to deal with talents or gear.
Yeah.
Zeef hears the shot ring out from because the door is open, even though he's still in the hallway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
He hears
ran
the shot ring out. He doesn't hear Worram return fire, so he yells out. He's like, "Worram, I'm coming! Misa coming!"
Worm is just kind of grunting, I would imagine. That was a
Right.
big hit.
The lack of response from Worram is really what
It's frightening.
sets the alarm up for Zeef, so he's like, gonna make his way there when possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Boom. You take fire from down and across the street more.
So I'm going to be yellow.
All right.
I've watched too much Mandalorian. I want to be like, I fly over there with my jetpack and just wrist rocket the building.
Well, hey man, if this stuff informs the content you want in season 2, so it does. Successes with threat.
This is what the.
you
I
take-
forget. Well, so it's only going to be 2 because I did forget my automatic advantage.
Okay, excellent. So you have an auto. So it's 2 threat. I'm going to use it to give a free maneuver to the Quarren, so that they can double maneuver the guys who are going to go after you
Okay.
with the threat. But successfully, you managed to glue the comlink to the underframe of the rear of this repulsor truck, in what you hope is pretty out of the way spot. And then you slump down there, being buffeted by the repulsor field. as the ache from the fresh wound in your shoulder, starts to seep in there. The yellow Quarren go next, and right around the corner from you, completely ignoring you, they use a maneuver to clamber into the front of the speeder truck, having been the first men back after giving the clear out signal. One moves towards the rear and stands tall. It doesn't look down at you because his buddy up front is going to use, an action as a maneuver to begin to turn the vehicle on its propulsor coil here as they begin their exit operation. And that is the bottom of the round.
Oh, so according to the slide, Dylon hasn't actually gotten into the speeder yet. He's just making.
They are off camera, and you can't see where they are. But if they double maneuver,
sure,
that
is a meta question. That is a meta question
yes.
because it informs my knowledge of last season. And I forgot.
They would have.
Okay.
They would have had to have 3 maneuvers
they
to
like
get
this
into.
Towards coming out of that
they
hole. They
just got pulled out. Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so that's the bottom of round 2, or round 4. All right.
I would like to go first if
that works for me.
Yeah.
You're kind of in dire straits here.
Yeah, so I'm going to use a maneuver to get back inside and around the corner.
Yeah. Not just taking cover, but completely breaking line of sight.
Yeah.
That'll take 2 maneuvers.
Okay, that's...
One maneuver will get you into the doorway, so to actually break line of sight.
Alright, so I'll do one to inside the doorway.
Okay, cool.
That's fine. And then I will just be
that'll put you in cover also.
So I'll also be so I'll call out to Zeef and Xavix, we got a sniper outside. And then I'm going to take out my med pack and try and give myself some emergency first aid, because I have no stim packs.
Alright, excellent. It's going to be, you're above half, right?
I'm above half, yeah.
So it's going to be a hard... It's going to be a hard difficulty check with a... Oh
yeah, because it's on myself, that's right.
You have an emergency medicine kit that you're using to make this possible, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool.
A
despairing success. Well, good thing you're around cover because he's taking another shot.
Okay.
I'll flip a destiny. I'm gonna flip it.
Before you do that, can I just find out how much I managed to recover my wounds?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's probably the better way to time that.
Absolutely. What is it? Intelligence plus uncancelled successes, or is it just uncancelled successes plus talent boost?
So, and I do have one rank of surgeon, which is another one. So, but just 2, I guess.
You hastily slap a bandage on the exit wound on the front of you, and then as you regain a bit of focus, you realize that the pain is far more from the back. Right. I was shot from behind, your mind says. Alright, Sully is going to take another blast. But not at you this time, Worram.
Thank God.
He is shooting the speeder.
The,
Very Harvey.
The expat speeder that Xavix correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Did it not? I typed it right. There it goes. With a triumphant success and 3 advantage, he does 11 damage. I don't know what the health of the speeder is, but he's also got a triumph, so he strikes the center engine pod at the rear of Xavix's expat club hover limit, and the engine gives off a belch of sparks and smoke. The vehicle remains floating on its propulsor coils, but the drive engines at the back appear to be damaged. With the advantage, a Cellcath, former friend of yours, does some stuff off screen. Alright, another player character gets to go.
So, I have Zeef has an idea requiring teamwork. It would have Xavix go ahead of me. Here's what
it was the sniper from off screen there.
Here's what I'm thinking though. Stomper has the ability to reverse what his primary function is and sap the energy out of that speeder before it can make a getaway. However, there's no way that he's going to be able to waddle out there before they take
Never.
off. What?
Never. He's going to take 6 rounds to get there.
If Master Jedi could lift him up to the Force and kind of float him out the door to the speeder, we could be in business and he could scomp in there and disable their escape. That's my idea. But that would have to be your move next, because by the time I go, I wouldn't be able to do it until the last PC slots at the bottom of the initiative.
Unfortunately, that's not what I'm focused on at the moment.
Okay, well that was just my idea that I wanted to float, was having Stomper do it, but he's too slow to get out there to be useful on his own.
We still have 2 hostiles inside of the building right now that I'm aware of.
Oh,
so,
yes, you're right. We do.
And you being super damaged and Stomper not being, I just
He's
don't.
doing the escort mission.
I would much rather let the Jedi go before me, regardless. So, regardless, you should take the slot.
Okay, yeah, sure, I'll go. So as I'm kind of faced in, I don't see anybody in the garage. I'm not being shot at anymore. I know that there's another entry into the other thing that I locked. I'm going to lock that door as well. Maybe even slap it, or maybe something to make it so it doesn't open.
All right, from in there, you could reach out and use a maneuver to touch it closed. So,
just like something quick.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then,
the door control is right there.
Perfect.
Boom.
And then, I guess now grabbing, since there's only one more person that I know about, I'm going to go ahead and make my way in here and hopefully block off this guy from killing them both.
All right, so those are your 2 maneuvers. Unless you want to take an action, that can be your round, and then you don't have to take any strain.
Can I see that guy at all?
He's standing at the top of the stairs.
Okay. Is he like trying to shoot us at? Is he aiming at anybody or anything like that?
That's the high ground.
He's gonna go at the very bottom of the round. He's got his blaster spear out, so he could certainly attack from where he is. He was upstairs seeing if anyone was up there and securing the place, and he's come down and like everyone has died down here in the meantime, and you guys are like making your exit. So he's probably going to try to react. You know what I mean?
Can I grab his blaster?
You can certainly try to. Yeah, you have.
I would like to try to grab his blaster.
All right, let's look exactly at how your force move ranks are all set up. It's not going to be hard for you or anything.
No, I got 5 manipulation.
Exactly. So that means you could shoot his blaster once you grabbed it with 5 manipulation. What you needed was...
but he also has the one to pull things out of secure
Right, he needed pull.
Yeah.
He needed pull,
Yeah,
and that's what he
have.
has.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so you're good on that.
So
Yeah.
he can... The size of a weapon is only silhouette 0, so you're not going to have to upgrade the strength. You won't have to activate any strength upgrade. You're only trying to grab one guy's gun, so you won't have to activate any magnitude upgrade. His range from you is probably really short range up those stairs, honestly. It'd be 2 maneuvers to walk to him, but really only short range from where you are standing right now in the hallway below him.
Okay.
So you're not going to have to activate any of your range upgrades. So really, you're just going to have to get 1 light side point, but you're going to have to make a discipline check against his holding on to his weapon.
Kind of like when Darth Vader took out took Han Solo's lightsaber.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He has
Austria.
3 bronze,
Blaster
so it's
thingy.
going to be against 3 purples.
I love it.
So
It's a
pull it out of
classic
his
Jedi
hand.
move.
You're going to say he
Think
should get a
you get a
boost because the guy's not expecting it?
Because he's not expecting that at all.
That's fine. They don't know they're fighting a Jedi yet. But the guy who shot at him did shoot at somebody with a laser sword. So there's
Would it be
been there's been a sight
Whole,
an
Force
unconfirmed
use is
sight.
pretty. I think Force use is pretty not well known, what it can do, right?
No, not really.
As far as
I'm just-
telekinesis and everything. Unless you've seen
No,
it.
but the Vong have a huge bounty on Jedi. You know what I mean? So if they, I'm
They're less of
I'm
an urban
keeping a
legend
mental
than they were
tally
during
of
the
what
original
people
trilogy,
see
but
him
they're still
do
not
stuff I have a tally of who's seen them use the Force or lightsabers or evidence of it, and in what situation. I've already taken that into account. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tracking that. Spider probably knows by now, but didn't know when he talked to Xavix early. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right.
So do I get the boost?
You will get the boost. Sure.
There we go.
I'm an easy mark. All right. You have
Nice.
2 light and 2 dark, so you can do it, and you succeed, so you can do it, and you have some advantages, so you can.
4 advantages.
Yeah. You grab it from his hand. If you want to move it, it will take a maneuver's worth of maneuvering, with the Force. So it's out of his hand, but it's right in front of him right now. So if you want to use your maneuver for you to move, you can't also use your maneuver to move the thing. But you can use the advantages to, get a free maneuver and do that kind of stuff,
You know what? I feel like I grab it from him. One of the advantages is the thing, the weapon was like broken with it. It wasn't just a grab and pull it out. It was like
doing that will take 3 or 4 advantages, I think, without looking at the table in front of me to damage.
Okay, maybe something less. Maybe just damage it a little bit
instead.
You could flip one of the dark sides and do that, right?
You can pull it out of his hand and just throw it to the ground. And, I mean, he's gonna have to grab it back anyway. You know what I mean?
Okay, just throw it away from him then.
Yeah, pull it all the way down to the bottom of the stairs or something. Yeah.
Okay, so you use 2 of your advantage as another maneuver to, pull it down to the bottom of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, so that's a free maneuver with 2 of those advantages. You have 2 more advantages to give a blue dice to whoever, or recover strain with, or do what you wish.
Let's help. Can I give 1 to each?
You would need 3 to do that, but you can make a 3rd with your unused second light side point. So yes, you can use it. Give a blue to both of them.
Give a blue to both.
Excellent. You have disarmed the corn at the top of the stairs. And honestly, you still have a maneuver because you used advantages to toss his weapon, so you can still proceed forward down the hallway to the door if you want.
I'll come this way, blocking him off.
Okay, so you come to the bottom of the stairs?
Yeah, I just don't want him coming down and hurting them.
No, I understand that. Yeah, and it puts you by that other door also. Dylon and Gil, unbeknownst to you, but still in the camera's eye, jump onto the speeder truck. The Quarren of Squad Green double maneuvers down the alley towards the truck itself.
Okay. And the engine's running. They're just waiting for their last stragglers, right?
Yeah. I mean, the purple guys are their last guys, basically.
It's not going to take them a maneuver to power on the speeder before they leave, etc. Once
they are already piloting it.
Exactly. The yellow guys already started it up.
And they go last, so they can just get out of here.
So, yeah, gotcha.
So if they want to leave this green guy in the alley, they can leave right now.
Sure.
They might hang out another round, but probably not, honestly. That's what minions are for, to leave behind as a rear guard so that you can escape to fight again another day! Alright. Another player character. Oh no, it is Violet. The Quarren at the top of the stairs, having lost his rifle to a jerk from nowhere, and then watching it clatter away to the bottom of the stairs, and then seeing Xavix step around the bottom landing with a lightsaber, not clutched in, but instead floating just next to his slightly opened right hand, turns and flees into the upstairs hallway, out of sight. You hear a rattling of the door from the workshop off to the side of the landing there, as the first guy that you shoved has gotten up and is attempting to open the door, which is stuck in its frame. Zeef, you're up last.
Zeef is going to See, I was gonna rush to Worram's aid, but he has come back inside the building now. So I'm not sure. Should I start returning fire through that doorway from the direction of the sniper, or should I engage this other corn? I'm pretty wounded. Like I can't really afford to get into a close quarters fight right now.
You need to get into cover and help Worram. You saw me put this guy in here, or did you see him go in and me lock him in?
I was standing at the bottom of the stairs when you took out the guy at the top, but I think I hadn't entered. When you pushed the guy through, when you pushed the guy and locked the door, I was still fighting another corn in the garage, so I didn't see that happen.
Well, maybe Worram can tell you that he's in there. That would be.
Well, you would have seen him through the open doorway.
I was gonna say
it was pretty smoky.
Okay. Situationally, you said that corn is now trying to open the door, so I probably hear him wrenching on the door handle. So I'm aware of him now regardless.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will spend a maneuver.
You can shoot him right through the door if you want.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I'm just gonna unload.
You're gonna walk down there, so you're right in front of the door with a maneuver, and then fire directly through the door.
Unload my blaster through it. Figured we're gonna have to replace everything in this place anyway, so might as well make some fresh holes, right?
Birdie's gonna be pissed or concerned. She's gonna be pissed or concerned depending on how much cash you have on. Oh, a triumph and success. You fire 2 shots. Blast, from the hip through the door at waist level, slightly above it. You hear a grunt and a thud from the other side of the door. If you want to use the triumph for something, please be my guest. That guy's down.
And then hits the other minion guy.
Well, he's all the way upstairs, like up the hallway.
It's like off like
so a
5
triumph,
walls. Like
can a triumph be broken down into a number of successes or something like that?
Like well, you've also got 4 advantages. So, like, what kind of stuff do you want to make happen?
I would like to recover 4 strain with those advantages.
Done.
Awesome. Okay. And then as a triumph, I'd like to
we can kill that guy that way.
I wasn't going to kill him. I want to have some way of not letting the speeder slip through our grasp, but I don't know how I can apply a triumph to that. Like maybe
I've already got a tracker on it, so we can speeder. Like even if they get away, we can find them.
All right, that's fine. So, then I will use the triumph to say that I am able to Say that I have another piece of bandage in my pocket that I can quickly slap onto the other side of Worram's wound since I'm right over there.
You find a stim pack.
Yeah, there you go.
That you didn't know you had, and you jam it into a Worram. Have you been stimmed previously today?
No, not today.
Then you take 5. You recover 5 wounds in a rush of warmth surges through your core.
And I say, Misa got you, Palo.
Thanks, Zeef. I know you're in rough shape too.
It's all good. The hatred's keeping me alive.
Right, it's Yellow's turn, and at the urging of Gil, who's very concerned over Dylon's state, they leave, leaving the minion upstairs and the guy out in the alley behind. The group, Worram, you're at the door, so you can see this. And Zeef, you can too. They pull out directly and then turn around behind Xavix's stretched speeder and head up the street in the direction sniper fire came from.
Okay, I was about to
you guys are going to have to somebody's going to have to make a perception check if they want to see what goes on down there, down the street.
My eyes
in
are
round 6, because we got to finish things out here in our final 6th round. So just let me set up the board for round 6, and then we'll go again at the top of the round.
You said the 2 guys left in the house were left behind.
Xavix can stalk upstairs and viciously...
One of those 2 guys I just killed through the door, right? Or is there 2 other guys, including the one at
There's
the top of
the guy out in the alley and the guy who's upstairs.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
There's one guy in and one guy outside. You know,
no worries.
I mean?
I was just confused about whether alley guy was the guy behind the door I just shot, but he's a different guy. I get it.
He is a different guy, yeah. I mean, triumphantly, you could have zapped all the way through and hit him. Excellent. Okay, so at the top of round 6, the player characters get to go first again.
Oh, you killed one in the that. Okay.
The guy in the workshop is dead, but there is a guy out in the alley.
I killed the frick out of the guy in the workshop, and then I shot a second guy.
What the frick out of?
Okay.
I shot him so hard it shot the other guy too.
It's true.
Okay. Can I go first?
Go for it, Master Jedi.
Sure.
You're pretty much the most capable in this moment.
I'm going to go. Walk up that stairs nice and slowly, with my lightsaber
Oh, you're
falling
already on
beside
there.
me.
Okay.
Can I see him?
Yeah, he is in the living space. Where
Living
you had him
against
was about accurate. Yeah.
Disarmed Warren, you're gonna fucking execute him.
He's gonna take more conflict. just
I'm
like
not
he
going
did
to
last.
execute him.
I was gonna say we should make sure the body's in good condition because we can burn these our way into their hideout later.
Well, we have a dead body in the workshop now, but
That's true. We have enough. We can use them all.
no, I'm going to use
You have
force
you have
bind.
a gang of corpses.
That's true. We got enough.
You're gonna
corpses.
bind him?
Go ham. Do what you want to do.
All right, excellent. All you have to do is make a force power check. There's
Yeah,
not
I'm gonna
even
make a
an
force power check on
associated discipline component because he is a disarmed minion.
Not
So-
like bind where I'm trying to hurt him, but where
No,
he's
you're just
not
grabbing him.
moving.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You have to voluntarily activate that part, but you can use it to give him strain and actually take him out. You know what I kind of thing. Because he would get the chance to struggle or whatever if you just grabbed him. But it wouldn't be. You don't have to force snap his neck like Nar said.
Yeah,
to
no,
that
yeah.
poor
No,
lizard.
not trying to harm him. Just bind him. He's not moving though.
Man, he shouldn't have touched our Sherpa.
Yeah.
There is no skill check part. It's just your force dice because he's a minion. So you're just grabbing him, and that's what the power is for. So it's all dark side. You're going to have to flip a destiny point and take strain to grab him. It's going to only need to be one, though,
And you will do wounds if you.
and you will
If you-
give him a wound if you do it. It's not enough to take him all the way down. There. You have to
No,
do
no.
all 4 wounds if you actually.
I'll give
want
myself
to.
I'll give myself another chance to do it. I won't do it on this one.
This is
Okay.
the last,
I'm
this
on
is
reach
the
with
last
Master
combat
Jedi,
interaction,
but
so
bind
you
it.
can afford to take some strain.
Xavix, I like it.
The hate flow through you, Xavix.
No.
He's taking some
I
dark
don't
side
need to do that.
to save it.
We've already got one Maverick Jedi in this group towing the
Right.
line.
I like
Right?
it.
I mean, he's not going anywhere. He's not getting past me.
So you're just gonna hold him.
I just didn't want him to attack me, is what I didn't want,
Sure,
But if that's where he's
sure.
gonna,
Yeah.
that's where he's gonna take it.
Absolutely. Another player character gets to go. So either you or Zeef hear Xavix, see Xavix stalk up the stairs, and then you don't hear anything.
Do you mind if I go?
I said all I was going to do is do the perception check and maybe close the door in case that sniper takes another pop shot. So that's all I was thinking.
Oh, okay. Well then, because I was gonna just rush out into the alley, shake my fist, go Dylon!
Right into the sniper fire that Worm just told you about.
Well, then I was gonna maneuver back through again. I wasn't gonna stay out there, but I wanted to be But no, that's fine. You go first.
No, you're good.
Shut the door, and I'll
fine.
do something more intelligent than that, I think. I'll take a mulligan on my stupid idea.
Hey, Zeef, that's par for the course for Zeef. So
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm pretty on
That's
brand
why
today.
that is why you have a job. Keep Zeef from.
Yeah,
Fine.
I'm keeping you employed right now.
Although you haven't been paid during the course of the, but it's not the end of the week.
Yeah, that's true.
be getting some hazard pay after that shit.
If Zeef doesn't have 800 credits at the
This
end of the
wasn't
week,
my,
I don't think you're working for him again.
This wasn't part of my my request. I am not paying for these
The
images.
retainer.
We're on retainer right now. Oh man.
This isn't his case. This is the old lady's case.
No, but he's
This
gonna get
is
slapped with a small
all
cleaning
the-
fee.
This is all the old lady's case.
Yeah, we'll bill it to her. That's true.
Right. That's the fun thing is that all the Carcaro stuff is from that Aqualish lady that you drunk. You were like, listen, lady, you don't understand. I know it's personal for you, but it's personal for me too. And then 2 nights later, you're interrogating your old best friend in your garage, and your other buddies blowing a hole through in the wall. That was set up great, and you said that shit.
I hear
So,
what you're. I hear what
that
you're
was
saying.
the foreshadowing.
I hear the nugget that you're offering me. I think that what needs to happen is we need to bill the widow for the damages. Is what you're saying. Thank you. That's a great idea. Lets us off the hook. Got that fucking widow, man. If she hadn't signed us up for this.
The huts are huge on insurance in a way that the Empire really isn't. So
That's
he
true.
probably does have, if you're not a slave and you're actually working for them,
Gang
like,
war,
it's the
collateral
mafia.
insurance.
He was working at the dock. Probably works
So I
for
don't
Dirty.
See, do you want to go? Do you want to do something heroic and stupid?
Or do you want no Worram? You
No,
go
I
first and
want
stop
Warren
it.
to go. Yeah. Give me a
Alright.
chance to think of something less dumb.
It's going to be a long-range perception check, Worram, with a setback from the cold and a setback from the darkness.
Okay.
To scope out what's going on down there. Where's your periscope, Captain? You need a
What?
spyglass.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
I was gonna say.
I see him.
I was gonna say, if you want, I can use my
You only get
Gungan
that
tongue
with
to
pirate.
grab a piece of the broken window from when our speeder got hit with those. When the speeder got hit, this broken glass out there right now. I could grab one and give it to you. You could use that.
You're gonna
Reflection
use your
of the
tongue
window.
to grab
To
broken
grab
glass.
glass.
I have
That's
a Gungan
his-
tongue. All right, my tongue
that's
is
his-
stronger than most things.
That's his hero move.
Yeah,
That's his
What?
hero
I can
move.
do it because I've got a Gungan tongue. Right?
That has tetanus written all
Hey,
Warren-
if my
Warren,
saliva can
roll
waterproof and
before
like
he-
space-proof things, then I'm sure my tongue
Before
can
he
like handle
finishes talking, roll the check.
roll syphilis.
it. All right.
All right.
Success.
Nice.
Nice.
So, you successfully peer around the doorframe and focus into the darkness. You see the speeder pull up next to a building down and across the street, and a dark figure moving in the shadows on the roof drops down and lands on the truck with a lurch. For 3 threat, this dislodges the communicator
Ugh.
that you have.
Oh, come on. No. That's too much. That's a despair.
That's a okay, that's a 4 threat. You're right.
No, it's fine. We could go to that. Now we know
That
exactly
was
what
a
building
hard
he was
check.
on, and we could go check.
No,
it out,
you're
see
right.
what
You got
evidence he left.
shot. You're saying I've punished you enough in the course of succeeding to reverse that now. Okay.
Yeah.
There.
Why do you say it like
Yeah.
partially dislodged it, and so now instead of a steady signal, we get a chirp every
Worram,
couple minutes of where
Worram,
they
from
are?
your egregious wound, you take 3 strain.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm in bad shape, so that's fine.
Just like start damaging the car.
Right, as like shock begins setting in from the powerful blaster shot you took earlier.
I'm almost strained, so that's fair.
That's the end of that turn.
Oh, and so
you
with,
spot that he's jumps down and they take off.
yeah, so in my maneuver, I'm just gonna. So I reach up. I'm not 100% sure that was a sniper, but I reach up and hit the like the door close, panel above me and shut
Yeah.
the front door. So
All right. Everybody. Okay, the green quarry is outside. He slinks off into the darkness. The violet Quarren upstairs.
makes a fear check.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
There's a guy advancing on him
With
the
a
force of
lightsaber.
And he just heard his team's
Right.
his ride
He's
peel out.
unarmed.
Like
He
heard
felt a
the-
wave of. He felt a wave of cold pass him from all that dark side, even if he wasn't grabbed by it.
followed
That's
by
true.
the tire
He's-
squeal of his getaway car.
He has 2 willpower. Discipline was a group skill, but all the other members of his group are dead, killed by the same Jedi that is advancing on. No, it's not true. Zeef killed one of them. Never mind. I retract that. Yeah.
Oh, it feels so good. So cold.
He does not succeed, and he gets 4 threat worth of strain, which is enough to put him over his wound threshold, and he collapses not from you binding him, but from the pure fear that you've inflicted on him, and you take
No.
5 conflict. Not 10, but 5.
That poor
Wait, what's
missed
up?
his pants.
You take
Dead.
5 conflict.
I take 5
As-
conflict. They didn't do anything to him.
Yeah.
You mentally.
Why am I
traumatized him.
being? I literally am walking towards him. And the last time I wasn't trying to hurt him either.
Yeah.
It's because you're not.
No,
Because
you're
not standing there
Alright,
valorously
alright.
being like,
I'm
"Stop what you are
mercenary.
doing." You're like
Man,
walking up on him
fair
with your
enough.
sword.
Kill
Like,
and save this guy. No.
He just pisses himself and
And
faints.
passes out.
basically.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I love the reaction though. Keep all that in.
oh yeah, that's
Keep
not going
all
anywhere.
that in.
That's not going
Keep all
anywhere.
that in. Yeah. Me.
Yeah. No, that was
It's
pretty
delicious.
non-violent.
I love it.
Non-violent.
No, it was good. It was way better than what he did to the guys downstairs.
It's better than suggesting, like, casually saying, "Well, let's just wipe his mind." Hey. Unlike some Jedi we know.
Yeah. All right. So that
Said from the
ends
get-go
the
that I was
engagement.
neutral as fuck.
That
said
ends
in
the
my
engagement. All
And
three
I
of our
was
player
great, yeah.
characters should roll their discipline or their cool against nothing
Copy
and
that.
recover strain equal to the successes they roll. Some of you have talent, which will increase the amount you'll get. I won't say who, so that you all have to go check.
Then let's see. Yeah, let's roll that discipline.
All right, you recover 2 strain, plus however many ranks of rapid recovery.
1.
Okay, so you recover 3 strain. And the advantages are worth nothing because the encounter is over.
Cool.
Everyone has to put their weapons away. That's part of being able to do strain recovery, blah, blah, blah. And we're now in
Okay.
narrative time. So we're going to continue with you guys because Narset is already having her slumber party.
Sleep.
Yeah. You guys aren't braiding each other's hair?
No.
You're not talking about, like, fucking any of the cute crabs? I don't know what kind of fucking... I don't know what
Tell her
happens.
scary
at a slumber
stories with a
party.
flashlight
You
right
guys-
here.
You guys are having a pillow fight in your undergarments?
They're comparing
I've seen
sizes,
Animal House.
etc.
I lived
We
Animal
know.
House.
We all
Alright.
know what they Jedi do.
Yeah, we're not peeking
The
in
most-
on any of that. It's Space Hogwarts where the rules are made up.
Yeah.
The points don't matter and the rules are made up. I'm your Grandmaster, Luke Skywalker.
All
All
right.
right. So we're in narrative. We're into narrative time now, guys. The dust smoke eventually clears, and you hear the last bit of roof fall back in the garage, as you all come down from the stress of battle, here in Zeef's detective agency.
So I would like to basically say I see that both Xavix and Zeef are wounded, so I'm going to try and heal both of them with my med pack, just give them some first aid.
Yes, please.
So gets those wounds down a little.
Can I give him a boost to that?
You can assist him in helping Zeef. Yes.
Okay,
He
3.
recovers 4
And you get an
wounds
additional one, yeah.
and a strain from the advantage.
Misa feeling better already.
I think he was already zeroed out on strain, but
I recovered.
I'll take
4
another
more,
boost to my
6 more strain, I think.
I'll take a boost to my next heal because I'm just kind of getting,
No,
I'm
Zeef,
getting-
you are completely strain fine.
Right, I'm saying that's
Okay.
because
Yeah.
earlier I recovered 6 points of strain for my advantages.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you deftly bandage some of Zeef's wounds, and he's healed for 4 or 5 wounds, depending on how much
4.
surgeon you have. Okay,
Just one.
excellent. And I see you're updating that now. You're going to give yourself a boost and use that
So-
to work on Xavix now.
Xavix,
as well?
Yeah.
All right.
And then Zeef will give me another boost, I'm assuming, to
Yes,
now.
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Return the favor, adds a boost to Warm
Right.
for the healing of Xavix.
As you head upstairs, you find a quarren collapsed in the living room.
Alright, so I've done what I can for everybody, basically, for right
Sweet.
now.
So you've got a number of quarren corpses, a lot of debris, a destroyed door, and a hole in the wall, all to contend with down here, on the first floor.
Man,
Upstairs, there's an unconscious quarren. Warren, did you med check Xavix? All right.
I've
So,
gotten everybody. Yeah.
all right, cool. So I'll describe everything that goes down. Then I'll review the situation. You guys can decide what to do next. Worram, moves over and bandages. Well, Xavix, you helped somehow from upstairs. You would have had to come downstairs to assist. Xavix comes downstairs and assists Worram in the bandaging of Zeef. He then nods to the two of you and leads you upstairs, where the last of the Quarrens who didn't escape is lying unconscious in the living space floor. Now you guys can deal with the situation.
The first thing Zeef's going to do after he's finished being healed and finished giving a boost to Worm to help him heal Xavix is he's going to go over to Stomper and kneel down and sort of check him over and make sure Stomper's all good as well and it doesn't have any damage. Should I perception check that, or can you just tell me?
You're good. You're very familiar with him. Stomper took 1 wound worth of damage at some point, but appears to be otherwise fine.
Can a droid recover wounds with a mechanics check?
Concern.
Or does he need like an actual, like a med kit?
You'll need a mechanics check with a toolkit and stuff, but it's going to take like half an hour worth of time to do. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to keep everything.
I'll just give him a comforting pat on the head and be like, "We'll fix you up soon, buddy. Like, don't worry. Like, I notice your damage. I'll fix you."
He gonks back because he's much more concerned with your own damage. You can tell by his concerned gonk in return. All right, you head upstairs. As I said, there's an unconscious Quarren. So you lost your prisoner, but you've still got a prisoner. But you've also got a lot of damage.
His vitals as well.
He appears to be unconscious, but otherwise fine. He's respirating like steadily.
Worm notices a liquid stain on the front of his trousers. Where he
there you go.
Zeef says,
there you go.